Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris Moulton, Andrew Martin. It's the Union Report. What are we calling these awards? The Unies or?
Yeah, the Unies, the end of season Unies.
End of season Unies show. And so I have one giant envelope with all of them. It's actually like a folder, as you can see, not an envelope. We're not that fancy, but maybe in the future. So just to kind of give you guys an idea of the metrics we use for this, it's literally just our personal choice based on every game played this year.
And meticulous analysis.
And I did look up, just to make sure that I'm not coming way out of left field with my choices. Did look up some stats. I know Andrew, he's just deep into the metrics. And so we want to start off with our most improved player 2024. Here's the envelope.
And the winner is?
Carlos Herrera. Woo! Yes, Carlos really did. He really did turn it around this season. When he got his shot, he absolutely took it and grabbed the bull by the horns. I have to say, he was impressive that second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he played, I think, one match total during the first half of the season just because Anthony was so hot. And then injuries dictated that he essentially was the starter over the last third or so of the season. And he really showed not only improvement in his form, but he came onto the pitch like a seasoned veteran, which I guess he is at this point.
Yeah.
And it was seamless in terms of the goalkeeping performance, in my opinion. So congratulations to Carlos for that.
Yes, congratulations, Carlos Herrera. So our next awardee this year is going to be, the category is Best New Player 2024. That would include anyone that was not on the team in 2023, in case you're wondering. So I have the envelope here. I'm handing it to Andrew.
Make the tearing sound?
Yes.
And the best new player for 2024 is Carlos Guzman. Congratulations. He was an absolute force out on the backfield, man. And he did some, he'd come up sometimes as well. And it was just impressive to see. Yeah, absolutely. He spent the last several seasons going through some injury issues. It was great to see him arrive in Seaside, and he just brought that veteran presence. You and I joked on a number of occasions about his presence as sort of a lawyer on the field, a de facto leader, someone that's engaging the referees in conversation, opposing players. He knows when to go down and buy a few extra seconds. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, the pedigree is obvious from his years down in Liga MX, and just undeniable. Has to be the most valuable new player this year. So moving on to our best defensive player of 2024. Should we take a commercial break? Just kidding. We are not sponsored, so we have no commercials. So I have here the envelope to Andrew.
Best defensive player 2024 goes to Mr. Kai Green.
Captain Kai, we salute you, my friend. Congratulations. Yeah, Kai, I think I don't even know really what to say. The guy's just an absolute wall in the back line.
Rock steady, like the little nickname I tried to throw on him at the end of the year.
Yeah.
He's as reliable as death and taxes.
Yes.
You really can't ask for a lot more from a defensive back like that. Typically in the right position. Sometimes if he's out, he finds a way to get back in, and he was just such a great presence in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, definitely. When we interviewed him a few weeks ago, he talked about one of his leadership qualities was lead by example. He put it a little differently, but he said, don't talk unless you're out here walking the walk. And that's a guy that absolutely walked the walk all season, and consistency was what won him this award for Best Defensive Player 2024. So congratulations, Kai.
Absolutely.
All right, our next, of course, you might have thought
It is the best offensive player of 2024. I have the envelope for Andrew.
All right. Best offensive player 2024 goes to Tristan Traeger.
Tristan Traeger. Congratulations, Tristan.
Also a contender for best newcomer of the year.
Yes, also a very good contender, but I think that his production, especially, he had some injuries late, but led the team in goals, and especially early on as a super sub, man, he made his presence felt at Cardinale Stadium immediately.
Yeah, he had what seemed to be an uncanny ability to slip past the defenders and just end up in the opponent's box time after time, which was great in terms of getting scoring opportunities, a number of which he converted. So he was really slippery, I feel like, on the pitch, and that really came through in the final stats for him. Unfortunately, he missed a bunch of time at the end with injuries, but for a time he was in the conversation potentially, for like MVP status, going back towards the early part of the season, I would say.
Yeah, an early Golden Boot contender right up there. Obviously, Marcanic went off in historical ways, but Tristan Traeger is our Union Report 2024 best offensive player, so congratulations. Okay, now we get down to the last two. We have the 2024 most valuable player. Andrew, if you would, the envelope.
The most valuable player 2024 goes to Mr. Maury Donor.
Mr. Ironman himself, Maury Donor. He is also a back-to-back MVP winner for us here at the Union Report. Man, you can't win if you don't play, and this dude plays all the time.
Yeah, nobody comes off the pitch less than the grass.
Yeah,
so
literally.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah. And I mean, this isn't just for us. This is league-wide. Probably, I haven't checked, but if not the minutes leader, probably like top 3. Yeah. I mean, he's literally always there. And what I love about Maury is he's a guy that's like, do this, and he's like, done. You know, you don't have to ask twice. There is no, this, that, let's talk about it. It's just like, you point and he's just like, I'm on it.
Right.
And so,
yeah, we're lucky to have Maury. He's just a constant force, not only playing the minutes, but just streaking up and down the field, breakneck speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so good because I always marvel at his defensive ability, even against when we played last season with MLS guys, and he's hanging with these guys no problem defensively, but you really almost gets lost his value on the offense because he's putting so many balls in play into the box. And so congratulations, Maury. And last but not least, the coveted, unequaled award, the Union Report Player of the Year. This is the guy that checks multiple award boxes for us. And it's my favorite one just because I feel like this is the cream of the crop, not to discount the guys that won, but this is the one player to me that is just epitomizes what it means to be a Monterey Bay FC Union player. And so, Andrew, I'm going to give you the whole thing this time, so it's like super official, man.
We can save this. We can save this folder for next year's Unies.
Yeah.
All right. The Union Report 2024 Player of the Year is Moby Fair.
Moby Fair. Congratulations, Moby. This, I mean, it goes so under the radar that this guy had like 4 or 5 goals this season. Right.
Yeah, he took a much more pronounced role in the offense, and I'm not sure if that's because of the injuries or if that was by design. But regardless, he stepped up and he had several goals and several assists,
Yep.
Which is a little bit of a departure from what he's typically put on the score sheet in the past.
Yep.
He brings, in my opinion, his trademark edge on the field. He's that one player on the team where if someone, pushes someone down or whatnot, he's going to be in their face.
Yep.
So he's a great asset to have on a club.
He's like in hockey, he'd be like the enforcer, I guess.
But can score a little bit better.
But yeah, exactly. Well, what I love so much about Moby's game, obviously we've talked about how cool he is on the ball. Even in the face of 2 or 3 defenders, he's just like, doing his thing, and he never stresses it. But to go with what Andrew said, he goes up. He played a much more pronounced role in the offense, but he's still that solid midfielder that can go drop back as a 5th center back or on the line defensively. He moves up, he moves back. He's the Swiss Army knife, if you will, for us. And so, yeah, he's our 2024 Union Report Player of the Year, Moby Fair. And congratulations to all of our award winners. You want to tell them what they won in addition to these cool pieces of paper that we printed?
Absolutely nothing, except for our undying admiration and respect.
Yes, and an open invitation for interview anytime they want to join the Union Report to maybe talk about this or anything. But we're so proud of the guys this season. It was ups and downs, expansion and contraction, but you know what? We finished as a team, and I think looking ahead, I'm excited to see what next year holds.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can start evaluating for our 2025 winners as soon as we know who's going to be on the pitch next year.
That's right. So, well, from myself, Chris Moulton, and Andrew Martin, I don't have anything else. Do you, Andrew?
No. Congratulations to our award winners.
Yes, congratulations, and go Union.
Go Union.